kinks? It is NappyFu all up on your screen, and today is a That Nap Life video. I want to talk about the pros and the cons of using wigs to protect your natural kinks. Y'all ready? NappyFu checking in. Let go. So your girl is all up on your screen with no type of makeup on except for this little lip gloss and my eyebrows. I have really been feeling my skin lately. Like, she's been doing pretty well, and I just felt like I didn't want to put anything on it today. So if you're new to this channel, when it's not a skin time with NappyFu video, I hardly ever will come on with no makeup on. I've never recorded an entire video with no makeup on. So first time for everything. I hope y'all find it pleasing. If not, it's okay. You'll be all right. Just bear through the rest of the video because there's a lot of information here. I don't want you to miss it, okay? Something else I don't want you to miss is when I'm all up on your screens. If you are not subscribed to NappyFu TV, please get your life together, okay? And subscribe. If you don't see my face, at least on a Sunday, in your subscription list, that means you're not being notified, okay? We gotta make sure that does not happen. So hit that bell too, okay? Shout out to Her Giving Hair for teaming up with me on this video. They sent me two beautiful units, their Kinky blowout unit, the full wig, and the U-part wig, okay? So what is protective styling? Simply put, it is a style that protects your natural hair. It protects it from you, and what I mean by that is manipulation. You know, if your hair is out, you're gonna style it, you're gonna do some stuff. That's manipulation. So protective style protects your hair from the manipulation that you put on it. You feel me? It's a way for your natural hair to take a little break, go on a little mini vacay. Mini vacay. I have to stress that because some of y'all be giving it a long vacay. You know who you are. 6 months protective styling. That's a different video. We'll talk about that later. You're not protective styling if your ends are out, okay? What are you protecting? Because the part that really needs the main protection are your ends. It's the oldest part. You know, it's your elders. They are fragile. They need more love, more care. You feel me? If your ends are all out and about, you're more low maintenance styling and not really protective styling. The protective styling technically is when all your ends, if not all your hair, is tucked away and it's on vacay, okay? Now, normally I protect the style with a full wig, a frontal, but sometimes I do use U-part wigs. So let's talk about that.
U-part wigs. U-part wigs can be a protective style. It just depends on how you style it with your hair that's being left out. But most times it's a low maintenance style. If it ends up being a high maintenance style, it's because you are continuously manipulating the hair that's left out to blend in with the unit. I 9 times out of 10 choose a U-part unit that can blend into my hair and I don't have to do too much work. Because keep in mind, the kinkier your texture is, the less you need to be manipulating it on a regular basis. So U-part wigs, is this something you want to use all the time? Probably not, because no matter how careful you are, no matter how simple you style it, you're still manipulating your natural hair that's left out. So be mindful of that. The top benefit of using U-part wigs is how natural it can look, because you do have your hair out in the front, and 9 times out of 10 you have it out on the side, probably in the back. So it gives you the most natural look when it comes to rocking units, but it is the most high maintenance option because your hair has to be out. But yeah, whenever I rock it, I try to choose simple styles that still has my hair that's left out protected away, twisted away, tucked away in some type of way. I'm not really being the best example here, but the best way to attach these type of units, L wigs, U wigs, half wigs, is to sew it on. That's less tension as opposed to using the combs and the clips. If I were to flat iron my hair, this sucker would blend in seamlessly, okay?
Now let's talk about a full wig, whether it's a full lace wig or a lace front wig or a 360 wig. You do it right, your hair can flourish. Honestly, you will see great results. If you do it wrong, your hair will suffer. It will suffer very much. And we don't want it. We don't want your hair to suffer because you are trying to be cute with wigs. Don't let the wig make you look like a bald head scallywag underneath. God forbid. No. So let's talk about it.
And now we're going to talk about protective styling with wigs, which is one of my favorite way. When it comes to this compared to U-parts, this is definitely my best option because all my hair is tucked away, which is good. My hair can go on a full vacay. That hole you see right there, y'all, side note, whenever you bleach the knots on your units, it does weaken that lace, so stuff like that could happen. All right, but yes, when you're using protective styles like wigs or even braids, twists, Senegalese twists, whatever have you, where your hair is tucked all the way, that's the best way to protect the style because your hair is truly on a braid. Now, the reason I like wigs so much is because I still have access to my hair underneath. My hair underneath is usually in cornrows or in plaits, and I will moisturize it every single night when I take my wig off. Now, if you've had unsuccessful experience with wigs, there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind. How are you taking care of your hair underneath? How is your hair underneath? Like, how is it? Is it braided? Is it twisted? Are you still moisturizing it nightly when you take off the wig? Are you taking off the wig every night? Then, how are you applying it to your head? Are you using lace tape? Are you using lace glue? Is that elastic band way too tight? Are you using combs, clips? Like, all of that plays a role in the success of your experience using a wig. I guess I could say I kind of have a hang of how I like to rock my units, but I have to tell you, it didn't always start off like this.
Now, there was a point in time which I really probably should have captured this on video, but I was using wigs the wrong way. I noticed the front of my hair getting thinner and, you know, and everything else. I'm just like, well, but why? Why sway? And I realized if I'm going to use wigs to protect my hair, I need to remember that this lace, the closure, and so on, is not satin, it's not silk. So therefore, it's not kinky hair friendly, okay? The stocking cap I'm gonna use is not satin, it's not silk. So it's not kinky hair friendly. So therefore, there are some things you need to be doing if you're gonna use a full wig.
How are you deciding to attach your wigs? Whatever method you choose, make sure it is not causing you tension throughout the day that you're getting a headache. That is a no-no. Okay.
You want your hair to grow, Abby. You want full luscious edges, Abby. Okay. If you are doing styles that are way too tight up here, the tension is the enemy of your progress. And we do not want enemy of progress to meet your hair. Enemy of progress must go. So therefore, don't do things that will cause a lot of tension up here. Okay?
Along with the tension that you want to be mindful of, also, how is the stability of your wig? Is it continuously slipping? Here's my theory on that, y'all.
Remember how I said the lace is not kinky hair, coily hair. It's not hair friendly. Okay, it's rough to texture and it can cause a lot of friction. That friction consistently being rubbed against in your front, because when it slides back, what do? You slide it forward. It slides back, you slide it forward. That can cause thinning in your front area too. And again, we do not want to let that enemy of progress to win. So we must take it back by fire, by force. Take it! So to compensate for that, what I did differently is make sure my band, okay? Make sure the band is not too tight. Like, I need you to be tight enough that you stay on my head, but not to the place that I'm consistently having to move it up, down, because it's giving me a headache. That is not the business. Another option is to use some type of adhesive. My favorite way of doing it is, yes, the glue gel, that is, okay? Whether the got-to-be glue gel. Sometimes I might use, y'all remember this? Spritz? Hey, some of y'all are sleeping on this, but this little spritz, you spray it, let it dry, put your wig on top. It holds pretty well too. Sometimes I might use the got-to-be hairspray also, but the one that I use consistently is the gel, the black gel to be specific. Another good option if you don't want to do the gel is a wig band. They have the ones that are fabric and they have ones that are silicone too, that can keep your wig in place and not let it slide back. Now, I know some people like to sew down their wigs, which is fine. If that's what your lifestyle requires, it is fine, y'all. I just think on a weekly basis, take it off, treat your hair, sew it back on. That's just my opinion, okay? So let's do a recap real quick, y'all.
U-parts can be your best friend. It can be your worst enemy. It just depends on you. One thing I want to say is choose a U-part that your hair that you're leaving out can blend into seamlessly without you having to put too much work into it, okay? Let that U-part work for you. Full wigs can be a lot of fun. It's definitely protect the style because none of your hair is out. But let's just make sure we're still being mindful of our hair. So make sure the hair is moisturized well underneath. And as for the wig, no slipping and sliding and no tension.
Alright, so I hope you found today's video helpful. I hope the tips are helpful. And with that being said, let's get into today's Snapchat question. I would love to know what y'all tips are, okay, when it comes to protective styling with wigs, U-parts, braids, twists, whatever have you. What are your tips to make sure your hair flourishes and not diminishes, okay? To make sure the enemy of progress is defeated and not winning. What is your tips? Oh yeah, share. Let us know in the comment box below. Trust me, your response definitely will help another kink out, okay?
I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please go ahead and help your girl out by hitting that subscribe button and make sure you hit the bell right next to it so you can be notified the next time that I am all up on your screen. Also, if you're bored during the week, come on and hang out with me on Instagram, Snapchat, Facebook, all of that, all of that.
And I will catch you on the next one. Until then, please remember to have healthy hair. You must do healthy things consistently. NappyFu checking out. Deuces.
Yo, before you go, you gotta watch Blooper Time, y'all. Hey, what up, Kinks? Blooper Time.
Do y'all see how beautifully this flat irons? I'm just like, this is not what this video is about, but dang! Do y'all see how beautifully this just flat irons? If you into the flat iron look and you want to do this on her given hair, go ahead. Girl, what? Bruh. I can't take the amazement. The amazement.
If y'all been rocking me for a minute, you know your girl loves wigs, okay? I love them. It loves me. It does me right. I do it right. We do it right because it's tight. I'm coming through. I'm in the scene. So fresh, so clean. Sorry. I couldn't help it. Doesn't that look like I just blew out my hair? That's what this look like. This is like Kinky blown out hair. Curls pretty well too. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, the prices of these wigs, y'all, I'm just saying, y'all know it's, I don't know if y'all seen the website yet, but they pricey. They pricey, okay? Just giving y'all a little warning. It's an investment. It is an investment. This quality, crazy. It's really, really good. This is as close as I've seen to a natural hair texture.
If I told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were beautiful, beautiful. If I told you you were, if I told you you were, if I told you you were beautiful.